Okay, what if the biggest investment you'll ever make, your home, isn't an asset at all? What if it's actually your biggest liability? That is the kind of mind-bending idea at the core of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a book that honestly is all about completely rewiring how you think about money. See, the whole book is structured around these two father figures with totally opposite philosophies. You've got the poor dad, who preached what we all hear, right? Go to school, get a safe job, climb the ladder. But then there's the rich dad, who said that safe path is actually the riskiest one you can take. He believed true freedom comes from financial independence, not from depending on a paycheck. So let's dive into the first and, let's be real, the most controversial lesson. It all starts with changing the definition of a simple word we think we know: asset. According to Kiyosaki, the rule is just brutally simple. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. That's it. Think about things like rental income from a property or dividends from stocks, stuff that generates cash for you even when you're not actively working. And a liability? Well, that's just the opposite. It's anything that takes money out of your pocket, month after month, year after year. And it doesn't matter what your banker or your parents might call it. And this simple shift in definitions leads to the one huge, kind of dream-shattering question that the book is famous for. Is your own home an asset? And for the rich dad, the answer is a hard no. Why? Because your home is a cash drain. It's constantly pulling money out of your pocket for the mortgage, for property taxes, for insurance, for all the repairs, and it doesn't put a single dollar back in. It's not a source of cash, it's a money pit. Now, understanding this one key difference is your ticket to escaping the trap that keeps most people stuck. Kiyosaki famously calls it the rat race. And you know this cycle. We all do. You get a pay raise, so what happens? You upgrade your life. You get a bigger house, a nicer car. But now your expenses are way higher, which just makes you even more dependent on your job, right? So you work harder for the next promotion. It's this endless treadmill, and it's almost impossible to get off. So the only way to really win this game is to break that cycle. The entire goal is to buy enough of those income-producing assets so that the passive cash flow they generate covers all of your living expenses. The second that happens, you've reached actual financial freedom. Okay, so if the goal is to acquire assets, how do you do it faster? Well, the third big lesson is all about understanding the system that the wealthy use to speed up their progress. And it has everything to do with taxes. Just look at this. It lays out the fundamental difference. As a regular employee, your money flows like this. You earn it, you immediately pay taxes on it, and then you get to spend whatever is left. But for the rich, who often operate through corporations, the flow is flipped. They earn, then they spend on business expenses, and only then do they pay taxes on what's left over. It is a massive structural advantage. But before you run off and start a corporation, it is so important that we talk about the final lesson here, which is, well, the controversy. Because the Rich Dad brand is definitely not without some serious critics. And this context is critical. You gotta know that one of Kiyosaki's main companies filed for bankruptcy. His expensive seminars have been called predatory, and some financial experts have called his advice legally questionable, even dangerous. So, while the book is an incredible tool for shifting your mindset, you should probably take the specific tactics with a grain of salt. But look, regardless of all the controversies, this right here is the book's most powerful idea. It's a wake-up call to learn the language of money. Because if you don't truly understand what assets, liabilities, and cash flow are, you're always going to be on the sidelines, just a tourist in the world of wealth. This book is about teaching you how to actually get in the game. That was Rich Dad, Poor Dad in exactly 5 minutes because I respect your time. If you want to get smarter every single week without reading 300 pages, hit subscribe. See you in the next 5-minute summary.